Thank you for tuning in to Cryptids, Creeps, and Conspiracy podcast, where we delve into crazy creatures, evading extraterrestrials, horrifying haunted places, the unexplained, and the conspiracies that surround them. The following content will more than likely involve explicit language and materials, so listener discretion is advised. For bonus materials, uncut video versions of the episodes, and other great perks, go on over to patreon.com/cryptids, creeps, and conspiracy. Dollars for disclosure, half Sawbuck Snally, and Paranormal Posse members will get a shout out on the pod, access to the private Discord server, as well as more perks that you can find in each tier. However, if you are using an iOS application, I suggest that you sign up through a web browser to avoid the 30% fee that is charged through the app that is not at all related to the podcast. You will still be able to listen on the app, even though you sign up through the browser. So grab your rose colored glasses, skeptical suits, and hold onto your butts as we teleport into the realm of the CCC podcast. Hope to see you soon. All right, so we already have a ball going off. It's already going. I'm pretty excited. I have with me a very special guest. So today, fire. Okay. So apparently, oh yeah, I have the candles lit. I literally just lit the candles. Um, but this is going to be an interesting one. So people that are part of the $10 tier on the Patreon are used to getting. Is this correct? Yes, I lit the candle, so we're okay. But we are not editing. So people on that tier get to see the video. It's unedited, it's raw dogging, and it's a good time. So I do not have time to edit this week. So we're all getting an unedited version of the podcast this week. You're welcome, or I'm sorry. I don't know which, but I'm super excited because I have a listener on with me today, and it is Mr. Rusty. Whoop,
Hi.
whoop. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're also doing things a little different. This is just like a hodgepodge. We are reading articles instead of having a specific topic, partially because I've been wanting to cover these articles and I haven't had a reason to, but now I have a reason to. It has been a long week. I get one day off. I work 12-hour shifts in the hospital. I'm burnout. I'm exhausted and I don't have any time. So, this is where we are. So welcome to the show. Anybody who's watching the videos, we have 3 cat balls on actually tonight. We have one down here, one up here, 24. No, we only have 3.
Yep.
Not necessarily. Okay, so they are already chatting us up. Okay, so they are talking like mad people all of a sudden. But I have the box on. I got the lights on. We got a special guest. We're unedited. Oh, I got to tell you. So the pod baby that myself and Ouch Was That a Ghost had came out yesterday. So it is live. Episode 1 is live.
Now I gotta go listen to it.
Yep. So it is Creep It Weird. Go over there. We have all the social medias. The only place that we are currently not on is Apple, because there's like a lag in between signing up and it actually showing up. So last time I did this, it was a couple days. So if you don't see it on Apple, try something else and it's probably there. We're literally pretty much everywhere else. So disclaimer there. Shameless plug. Oh, and oh my goodness, I am full of news today.
Yes, you are.
I am going to be rebranding this podcast. So I am going to be going because, oh, see, we got a like on that one. Instead of doing conspiracies and haunted and cryptids, my cryptids and haunted stuff's going over to Creep It Weird. I'm going to be focusing this one more on alien, UFO, conspiracy theory, just weird stuff in general. And it is going to be called Cloaked and Cosmic. So it says it's in front of me. Okay, so it's talking to me. We're getting directions now. But so keep your eyes peeled. We are going to be changing names. We are going to be changing logos. So just be prepared. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So just be patient and eventually you'll pull the trigger and everything's going to be different. So sorry, not sorry. Everything I can change, I'll change. But until then, let's see what we can come up with here. I think you're going to like these. Well, actually, Rusty, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like how you got interested in all of this weird stuff and just kind of a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I started my group in 1988. So I've been doing this for a while.
That's before I was born.
We won't say
Do you
it.
feel old now?
No. No. But I started actually, believe it or not, I was in high school when I started this, and I was a big book nerd. And my thing was actually cryptids. at first.
Hmm.
So I read all those books in the library about cryptids, and I ran out of them. So I'm talking to the librarian, and she's like, "Well, I can before I can get you any more. How about ghosts?" I'm like, "Yeah, ghosts don't exist." Now I fully believe that cryptids did, ghosts didn't.
Oh boy. Okay.
So she's like, "Here, just read this one book, and if you like it, at least I know I got some books for you to cover. See, they even like it."
Yeah, we had a like on this one.
Yeah,
It says
and
Tombstone.
so I started reading them. And come to find out, a couple of the cases that were in the book were right here in my town, so I could actually go to them.
What? Was it a tombstone?
No, it was actually an old hospital.
Oh, oh, hospitals are so creepy. Take
Oh
from
yes.
experience.
Oh yeah. So I went there. I got permission, of course, to be in there, and yeah, from that time I was hooked. So I
So
got into everything.
did you go to see you? So you went to the hospitals. Did you see anything when you were at the hospitals?
No, that's the funny thing of it is it nothing happened while I was there, but
Ah.
it was just the experience of knowing, okay, someone else has been through here, something has,
Mm-hmm.
they've experienced something. So then you get that itch is like, I want to keep going back until I experience it or go do someplace else
Yeah.
till I experience it. And I think that's where it blossomed is, right from that moment.
So you should have just been on my show because weird stuff like this happens all the time.
Yeah, see?
I actually found so they get mad at me when I don't record very often, and I've been a little lax. Cover. I don't know what we're covering,
Right?
but it's just been kind of sporadic. So I actually walked to the studio and my cat balls were underneath my chair. Like they are up behind me on this shelf here that I can't reach, obviously.
Right.
And they were underneath my chair. So they were a little ticked off at me. They're dropping hints like there's no tomorrow. So I apologize, ghosties, for not being here, little invisible friends. But it's funny you should say that because we are going to go back to your roots.
Okay.
All right. So we are going to be covering articles on Bigfoot,
Oh, okay.
but not just any articles. I'll go ahead and read you the title of this article, and I am laughing hysterically. I had to do it.
Okay.
See Bigfoot's buttocks imprint in Blue Ridge, Georgia.
Oh, Jesus.
There is there is a sign that says Blue Ridge, Georgia Expedition Bigfoot, the Sasquatch Museum. So there is a whole ass museum on this, of which one of the exhibits is a butt print.
There's so many questions into that one.
Oh yeah, so we've got different attractions here we're gonna go over
All right.
because I really want to go. So I was looking into it, and it may or may not be on my bucket list. After I save up some money, yeah, go subscribe to the Patreon and donate, buy me a coffee, whatever you got to do. I would love to go to Georgia. Um, who are they? Okay, so this is Rusty and I'm Natty. So they're asking who we are. So hi, they must be new here.
Yep.
Now, it says in here, like the subtitle is I visited Bigfoot Museum in Blue Ridge, Georgia, which we could probably already guess at this
Yep.
point. And it says there are plenty of Bigfoot museums across the United States in places like Willow Creek, California. Wow, this is funny. Boring, Oregon. Like literally, the town is boring. Oregon. I'm not calling Oregon boring. Portland, Maine, and oh my goodness, another one in Florida that I'm not going to try to pronounce.
Well,
Okay, that was a whole lot at once. That was how many are there? 48. Run now. No pressure.
no. Well, at least part of it's correct. The lower 48 has a lot of them. You can run right to it.
This is Lord. Pardoned. Oh my gosh, they're going crazy. Okay, now we got lights going off. My box is going off. We might just have to stop and have a conversation if this keeps going.
That
We've had to
works.
do that before on the show where we have stopped and had like a 10-minute conversation with these things. I never know who it is. Okay, I guess I could ask, who is this? See if it'll tell me. I have a few that come on all the time.
Okay.
Pride. Well, that doesn't tell me who you are. What's your name? Silence. Despite my
Yeah.
love of cryptids, I have never. So we've already got props for this article. I was lucky enough to spend some time in North Georgia mountains over the weekend, and Bigfoot is really popular around these parts. Yeah, they're visiting. Hi, it's talking about visiting. Where we all gonna go visit? Aw, they called me a lady.
There
Aw,
you
I love you too.
go.
I don't know who you are, but I love you. Okay. Man, they're very friendly tonight.
Apparently.
All right, so this is over the weekend, and Bigfoot was really popular in these parts. While buying some cool Bigfoot earrings from Timber Top, it says
Oh,
joyful, and the lights are going off. So they are very happy today. Okay, we're happy. We're glad we're in the show. They love me. I love you. They love Rusty. We love everybody.
right.
There's lots of love on the show today. All right, so they were in this market in downtown, and somebody told them about this museum featuring the famous cryptid, and it's called Expedition Bigfoot, the Sasquatch Museum, obviously. It describes itself as the world's largest Bigfoot museum, containing 3,700 square feet of exhibits and artifacts. It claims to have, quote, the nation's largest permanent display of Bigfoot casts or footprint casts, and, quote, world's only Bigfoot research and tech vehicle on display, end quote. I
Okay.
wonder what a Bigfoot research and tech vehicle looks like.
Well,
I'm picturing like the
Expedition
thing
X
from
actually.
like Twister where they have like Dorothy in the back. That's what I'm
Right.
picturing.
No, believe it or not, there's a gentleman. Have you ever watched the show Expedition X?
No, I don't think I have. I think I've met some of the people that are on the show, but I've never actually seen the
Well,
show.
they were out in Washington on,
Oh,
on the other side of Mount St. Helens. And they brought in a guy that has a Humvee that is decked out with like thermal all over the place, all kinds of equipment on the inside. That they actually go Bigfoot hunting in this.
that's so crazy.
Yeah.
I
So
just
that's,
never thought of like a vessel.
oh
And
yeah.
I know who's I think I know who's here. I don't know which one. I don't know which one it is, but I think I know who it is. All right. But so that's really crazy to me that they have like a whole get up. Is it like a tour bus with
No,
just
this was
equipment in
actually
it, or is it more like a transit van with equipment in it?
the one from the show or from the museum?
The show.
Oh, this from the show. It's actually a Humvee, like a military vehicle.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, they ain't fucking around.
No, 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 no. They can go almost over anything and get in there where Bigfoot really sits. Well,
Well, I don't know how you would sneak up in a Humvee.
right.
That's just me though. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be
No,
wrong. But it seems a little
loud.
counterintuitive, I guess you
It
could say.
is.
Yeah, that's like I'm going to sneak up on this water with an ice cube and I'm going to wait and see what happens. So this one says it's been a couple of hours perusing. My God, I can read. The exhibit, which is chock full of Bigfoot sightings from all over the world. And then it literally fecal samples, one collected by Dr. Matthew Johnson in 2016 in Southern Oregon, is 36 inches long. This turd is 3 feet long.
Was he constipated?
Oh no.
It's like,
But
dude,
I
I
was
walked around with this turd in my butt and
The look on your face was so worth this entire article just for that. That was perfect. But it's also got books on Bigfoot, newspaper clippings, footprint casts, all over the place, equipment for tracking and recording the creature, loads of eyewitnesses' sketches, accounts, and even several recordings of Bigfoot. Now, it says that they have on video of these things, quote unquote, talking their own language. There's lots of displays and even a Bigfoot butt imprint by Paul Freeman near Walla Walla, Washington. I've been there. I'm finally a place I've been to. I didn't see any Bigfoot while I was in Walla Walla, though. I just saw a lot of stuff that had white cheese, and it was very weird for me.
well,
Like they had no orange cheese.
okay.
I had like a 4 cheese grilled cheese, and not a single slice of that damn thing was orange. I didn't even know there was 4 different kinds of white cheese. I am cheese ignorant.
No, don't feel bad, because I didn't think so either.
Yeah, it's so weird. So this one has a statement here. You know what? I'm just going to share my screen with you so you can see some of these photos. Let me see if I can figure this out. Sorry, guys. We're going to improvise here. Usually it's like a button on the main part of the bottom, but it is not on the main part at the bottom. Oh, yeah, JK. I just can't read because I'm a dumbass. Share. We're going to share this screen. Oh my God, it made our box tiny. So you can see what I'm looking at?
Oh yeah, now I
So
can.
here's our butt imprint.
Okay.
But you can kind of see the thigh and the butt cheeks and the other thigh.
Yeah,
And
that's.
apparently this one must have been female because
I
there's
was just
nothing in the
about to
middle.
say.
Empty space. Let's see here. It says it was in May of 1993, east of Walla Walla. I'm trying to read the fuzzy picture at the bottom. Discovered tracks. Yeah, it's just to me, I don't know if I want to know how big this thing is. Maybe it'll get into it.
Well, here's the thing is, how do they know that is actually a butt imprint from a Bigfoot? Do they just
Well, I
kind of
will
sit
say
around
it
going, "Hey, that's a cute butt on it, Bigfoot"?
it says move on. We're being bossed around right now. To me, it does look like a butt print. I can totally see a butt print. From a girl who has serious case of sass when it's hot out. Well, just any in general. I get really bad sweaty ass. Yeah, see, we got an agreement here.
See.
And when I sit down like on like my pod chair and I stand up, there's like sweaty butt print, and that's kind of
Right.
what it looks like. I'm just wondering, like, how big are we talking here? That's what I want to know.
But oh, I agree with you there. But think about it this way, though, right? You're looking at an impression on the ground.
Yeah,
How
I
are you going to
guess
say that's a butt?
I would be like, that's a butt. I could see the butt. On the
Yeah,
other hand, how would you know what the butt goes to?
right. I mean,
Unless it's like a really big butt.
but it, it could be a
I'm
heavier,
being judged.
you know,
I mean, maybe it's just a really big dude. I don't know.
you
But
know,
if you look at it, the hips aren't very big. Like it looks like
right.
the thighs are big. Man, this thing is going crazy. I think they're
No, I get
definitely.
it.
I
There-
literally got sit with me, judge her. So I'm being judged.
you are.
Oh, it called me stupid.
Oh, jeez. Well, maybe because maybe you're not being judged. Maybe they're
Mhm.
judging the picture. It's like, hey, that's
Well, I don't know, but it just called me stupid. That's not very nice.
all right.
So this is the one I thought was cool. This picture right here.
Yeah.
And it says on here, displayed Dorothy. Hey, that's my grandma's name. Hmm. Hi, Dorothy. Anyway, in the Yeti section of the museum, you can see, oh my gosh, how would you pronounce this word? Pang something. Finger bone. Pang
Okay.
Bosch?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Finger bone is how I would pronounce it.
Okay, cool. So we're on the same page there.
Right.
And it says, according to the museum, it was smuggled out of Nepal via, oh dear God. Can we not have any names that Kathmandu?
Close enough. Yeah.
By hiding the finger bone in actor Jimmy Stewart's wife's lingerie bag.
Wait a minute.
I've heard about this.
I haven't. That's the funny thing of it.
Really? Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember hearing about this. There's a finger. Oh gosh, which one was it? I was listening to a show and they talked about this, and I can't remember which one it was. Dang it. I would do a shout out, but I can't remember who it was. But
Right.
anyway, so this is finger bone, and it was put in the lingerie bag because they didn't think anybody was gonna look through Jimmy Stewart's wife's lingerie to find it, and it got smuggled out.
I mean, honestly, Jimmy Stewart could have put it in his pocket. Who's going to stop Jimmy Stewart?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So I'm just gonna go through these pictures real quick before we keep reading it. So here's a good cast.
Yeah.
And that was in 1982. So, back in your day.
It's still a little bit earlier than my day, but I get it.
Well, I'm just saying, if you started in 88, he's
Right.
not here. I don't know who's not here, but they're not here.
Bigfoot.
So that's a good cast right there. There's all these clippings here of different encounters, like old photographs, it, to which may or may not be legitimate.
Yeah.
If we're being legit, hey, I am an optimistic skeptic. I would love to believe that this is all real, but here's more encounters. Like they have walls and walls and walls, like scads of this stuff. Even at the top here, you have this kind of like it looks kind of like Renaissance painting type.
Yep.
Spartans. That's funny. My other half, I call him Spartacus.
Oh, there you go.
So that's an inside joke.
Oh.
But you have the cast on the bottom. You have the encounters at the top. You got the guy holding the cast. They have a bunch of stuff here. Oh, here's the equipment. So that looks
Okay.
like a typical, looks like walkie talkies. We've
Yep.
got a scope. We've got a trail cam that we use for our deer.
Yep.
A little get up here that looks like it's got a satellite dish on it, maybe a couple cameras, one
Yeah.
of those
Clear blinds and stuff like that.
like
Periscopes.
the big clear thing, so you can listen far away.
Yeah.
What's that thing called?
Oh, I have one for our group. It's I know it. It's slipping my mind right now. I'll come back to it.
Oh yeah, and this one says hear Bigfoot talking their own language. So they have that audio and they have a little thing set up with these headphones that you just put on. And to my right, what is to my right? So just so you know, generally in this vicinity,
Uh-huh.
if you look every now and then, like you'll see like dark
Okay.
movement, like
Uh,
things hang out on this side of me all the time. I don't know what it is, but there's always something that just hangs out. So be prepared.
oh, sure. You know,
But so those are the photos we have.
the funny thing of it is I heard a very really cool theory about Bigfoot.
Oh, hit me.
And Paul Bunyan. You remember him in the
Hmm.
stories? Okay.
Yes.
Some scientists actually went back and has said that Paul Bunyan was actually a Bigfoot.
Hmm.
Because if you go back and read the original story of Paul Bunyan, it matches up with a Bigfoot.
I never put that together.
Yeah. How he was really tall. When they found him as a young child, he was still taller than most men. Very hairy, for his age.
Well, but very hairy could be. I mean, I've seen some dudes that are really hairy.
Yeah, but 8 years old. They estimated that.
Well, but there's also that weird genetic disorder
Oh
that is
yeah,
what coined the people as dog face boy and those poor little kids that got put on display at all these
yeah,
freak shows.
I get
That
it.
is a genetic mutation. So I will say that those little kids looked like Bigfoot.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that much too. But yeah, you go out and look at it. It's a very interesting read.
So is there a particular place to find it, or can I just Google it?
I think you can just Google it. I think that's where I found it, is Googling around.
Okay. Yeah, because again, I am an optimistic skeptic. I will look at all different. I might believe you or not believe you, but I will look at both sides of the fence just to see what we come up with.
Right,
And that is my biggest thing with Bigfoot is there were legitimate people that have this disorder or this mutation that have this hairy thing. So what if the whole concept of Bigfoot and why they're so scarce is because that genetic mutation is so rare?
right.
And who's to say that they couldn't have been really big? I mean, we don't know. I mean, you don't see a lot of like dudes that are put on display. Oh, we got another one. So they're agreeing with
Yeah,
me. They like my
see.
answer better than yours. but it but it could be, it could not be.
Right.
So it can't, so this is really weird, by the way. I've been having, I don't know if, I'm hoping you can't hear it. I keep having like this gunk in my throat and this thing keeps saying throat. And I'm like, I am aware there's crap in my throat. I'm so sorry. My apologies. But yeah, that's my thing is what if it's just a genetic mutation? Man, this thing is still like going nutso.
Right.
All right, so it believes that it's a genetic mutation. Thank you, Spooky. I don't know who you are because you won't tell me your name, but thanks, whoever you are. But one thing too, so about that finger bone, I want to go back to this finger bone because not only was it smuggled out in a lingerie bag, the museum explains that DNA testing revealed it contained human DNA markers.
Okay.
This finger that got smuggled out. Granddaughter, my freaking grandma's in here.
There you
I
go.
think it's
See?
Dorothy. I was like, "Hi, Dorothy." It says I want to. I don't know what we're doing, but hi. God, she's been dead a long time.
Really?
Yeah, she's been gone for I don't know, probably at least 10 years,
Oh wow.
maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
She
Hmm.
still might be around.
Oh, you went crazy. Okay, so we're going spooky. We're going spooky. We're
Okay.
gonna take a quick left turn here, and then hopefully we'll circle back around because I get lost and I don't have my Adderall in my system right now, so this is gonna get entertaining.
Okay.
Um, so I was in the room when my grandma Dorothy died.
Okay.
So she was at the table with her daughter, watching like the news or whatever in the morning, having their morning cup of coffee, and she just hits the deck. Brain
Wow.
aneurysm.
Ooh.
They sent her to the hospital. She's on life support. We know that there's no way she's coming back, and we were pulling the plug. So they were waiting until the family got there. And this is like, this one gets intense. So I've never been around. I mean, I've seen people die before they die, but I've never been there when it happened. And they waited for the family to get up there, and it goes around. We all link hands, and somebody put their hand on her. So, and then, we had a whole circle around this hospital room until we linked up with her arm. And so we're like, okay, they did their prayers or whatever. And then we're like, all right, we're going to pull the plug. And they explained to us, she might take a couple breaths. You're going to hear this thing, happen. And this is what to expect. And I shit you, it was the most bizarre sensation because again, we're all linking hands. And it was one of those things that they pull the plug, she starts making the sound, and it's like I could feel her go all the way through everybody who was like, so we were all touching each other, and it was everybody who was linked together. She went through the whole circle, went back to herself, and then I couldn't feel her anymore. And that's when she flatlined. So it was like her last little bit, she went around to every single person and then went.
Okay,
And
they just say we're full of energy, so that's very possible. What you felt was that actual energy going like a
yeah, it was
spark.
just very weird for me because, like I said, I've never been in the presence
Mhm.
of that happening, and this was obviously like pre me putting two and two together with the weird stuff. It was actually a little bit before all the crazy stuff started happening to me. So when
Okay.
that happened, I'm like, well, that was really weird. Like
Yeah.
I could feel her go through every single person before she left. Like she was saying goodbye to everybody and then gone. But I never
Wow.
told anybody that. So they, well, hi, family members, if you're listening, um, this happened. But it was just something that was really crazy. And it was her.
Right.
And it just, maybe she, I don't know. Maybe she's just visiting.
Not watch your
Oh my
family
gosh.
members
It
come up.
literally just said purgatory.
Oh,
I hope they're not in purgatory.
no, me neither. Watch your family members will call you up and say, I felt the same thing. You know,
Yeah. It's
because
like,
that
hey,
would be
by the
very,
way, so
yeah.
how do you feel about purgatory?
Purgatory. Ooh, I think there is one. I mean, you got some sadistic people on this earth. You know, I mean, just to name a few, like Gacy. Them. Would
Hmm.
they want them in a holy place?
But what
You
about hell? I feel like they'd
Hell,
have a one-way ticket.
hell and purgatory would be
No, I'm
almost the
not looking
same
for
thing.
you, whoever you are.
You know, to me, it
I,
would be almost the same thing.
then to me, it's like, so purgatory in theory is the space between. So you have heaven, you've got
Okay.
hell. Thank you. We got agreement. So you have heaven, you have hell, and then you have this middle space. And for a lot of religions, they kind of fluctuate with or flirt with the idea that you're in purgatory to work shit out. You have to
Right.
account for your sins to either go up, or you're
Right.
just stuck
Mhm.
in purgatory, or you don't figure it out. It's almost like you have a timeline, right? So
Right.
if you're like the old Catholic Church, I don't know what they do now because I'm not Catholic, but back in the day, which this irks me. This is one reason why I do not support. No offense, sorry guys, do you if it's you, but I don't go towards the Catholic Church. So back in the day, you had purgatory. And what they would do is tell you, for every sin that you did, which we all sin because there's nobody that can obey all the rules, you would go to purgatory. But you could purchase a ticket. You could send money to the church to buy reduced sentences, like years off of your family
Okay.
member in purgatory sentence. The more money you
Heard of
put to
that
the
one.
yeah, the more money you put to the church, the less time that your family member had to stay in purgatory.
Is that kind of like, I don't know anybody's religion, but Jehovah Witnesses. They say only so many get put into heaven, right?
Yeah.
So anytime I get Jehovah Witnesses coming up to my door and hey, can we talk to you? It's like, first off, what's your number? What number are you?
Yeah.
And it
Because
really
isn't
throws
it
them
only
off.
like 2,000 or something?
Yeah, yeah, some small number,
Yeah.
right? And then they'll be like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Well, if you want to get into heaven, I need to know your number because are you going to be able to make it, or are you like 2,000, 200,001?" You know?
Yeah. That's a good point. I've not ever had anybody show up to my door, and I probably would not open the door.
Oh,
I'd be like, "You would not like what I do here.
right.
Why don't you sit down and I'll tell you about my religion, and then we'll talk. If you can
Right.
sit through mine, I'll sit through yours."
Yep. Fair trade.
Um,
Yeah.
but my thing was, they would literally, the more money you supplied the church, the less time your loved one would spend in purgatory, and that's how they raised a bunch of money for the church.
Ah,
And for me, that I don't think they do it anymore.
right.
But I know that back in the day it was a real thing, and I just can't get behind that because I feel like all it is money and money and money. And
Right.
it's, I mean, look at, no offense, I mean, but I mean, they have beautiful, beautiful places that they worship
Oh
in,
yeah.
and everything's just right. But it's just they overlook a lot. There's a lot of money that they could be giving back to communities in the world in
Oh.
general. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm going off on a Catholic rant. I apologize. I still love you people, even if it's a hard time. Yeah, I know. um, Again, not going to yuck your yum if you're into that. More power to you. I'm just telling you, this is kind of my viewpoint.
Right.
I don't associate with anything. I tell everybody I'm a baby witch, because that's kind of more what I can relate to, because I don't fit into any religion, because according to every religion, I'm going to burn in hell just because things that I can't control.
Right.
Anyway, though, back to Bigfoot.
Hey.
Welcome to ADHD.
Hey.
But yeah, so they take the finger bone out. Now, what I thought was interesting is it said that it contained human DNA markers. It doesn't factor in anything. It doesn't say anything about Bigfoot. It doesn't say anything
Right.
about human and something. They might have just smuggled out a human finger.
That's kind of weird if you think about it.
Yeah.
You know, you go. Here's the next thing: is okay. Where did they get this finger from? Was it a temple? Was it someone's
Yeah, it just
backyard?
says Nepal. It doesn't tell you where, does it?
No, it doesn't. So, okay, say it's in a temple because I know, there's quite a few temples over there that claim that they've got pieces of Bigfoot. One I know of that has the scalp of Bigfoot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know any of that.
Yeah. In fact, Josh Gates, who does Expedition Unknown, he was over there in Nepal to look for Sasquatch and actually saw the skull of it.
What?
It's like the top part of the.
Yeah,
It's not really the face, the whole
like the dome.
the dome. Yeah. Yep. So that makes me wonder: is like, okay, where did you get the finger first? If you stole it from a temple,
How's that motherfucker not cursed?
exactly. You know.
Yeah. Now, who's to say that it wasn't just a Neanderthal head?
Well, that's the funny thing of it is because Josh asked, hey, can we take a piece to examine, right? And they declined.
Well, of course they decline. They don't want it to be
Right.
false.
Right.
Sorry, they don't want it debunked. I am really shitting on Bigfoot tonight. I am so sorry. I really am in a mood today.
You are.
I'm a little spicy.
It's a good thing.
Okay, it would be cool, but I just like to look at it as, again, if they're sketchy about giving anything away so that it can't be examined. I mean, you could
Right.
chip off a tiny piece of that bone, have some DNA. Well, actually, I don't even know if there'd be DNA. Mm,
Right.
because of one, how old it is, two, which bone it is. Now, if it was like a femur, you might be able to drill in there, get some of that meaty piece
Oh
out, that
yeah.
marrow, and test it. I'm not standing towards you. I'm sitting my happy ass down. I don't have pants on. Thank you. But, and to me, in my opinion, when people describe the shape of a Bigfoot's head, it just looks like a very big version of a like caveman.
Yeah.
So, what if they just had a deformed caveman that's head was huge?
That's very possible because you think about it, Nepal, it's always cold where they're at.
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of times you go mountain climbing and stuff like that. If you get so far up, they're just leaving your body there. It's not worth them going up to rescue you. So yeah, who says that it wasn't some caveman that froze to death on a mountainside? And they're like, hey, oh, that works for me. Here's
All
the
right.
top of his skull.
So, I'm going to go back with you. I'm hopping back on the bandwagon.
Okay.
Hopping back on the bandwagon. It could very well be because it is cold and all of that stuff up there.
Right.
Yes, I am aware you're next to me. I get it. Um, what if it's just as other people How does it work? Well, you talk into the box and it tells me what you're saying, or you hit the lights and they light up. That is how this works.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Sorry, they want directions. Anyway, so what if it's just a matter of fact that way back in the food chain, they just, instead of being hairless because we don't need hair when it's hot,
Right.
or being a certain color or whatever, like that's how we went. That's why people from different areas of the world are different colors.
Right.
I'm not trying to get race involved here, but let's just call a spade a spade. That's just genetically, there are reasons why we are the way we are. I
Exactly.
come from a primarily, what I can't understand apparently. Um, my heritage for my DNA is very much UK, Wales, Scandinavia, Ireland, like all those cold places,
Right.
which makes sense to my red hair. And by the way, redheads, genetically speaking, can naturally produce more vitamin D efficiently than anybody else. So
Right.
we do not require A, as much sunlight, which is great because we're pasty as hell. And two, I'm very fluffy. So I have lots of insulation. I am built for cold weather. Just saying. So I very much so get there. But what if these ones, because it is cold, it made more sense for them to develop more hair
Right.
to stay warm.
But here's the thing, okay? If we go along the lines of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Florida swamp ape, the falcon monster, they all have
Mm-hmm.
hair, and those are hot places.
True. But without that hair, they would not be able to blend into their environment. And primarily they're in swamps. They get wet. If you're wet and then you have air, thank you.
Yep, see.
They really like my opinions. They don't like yours, do they?
Yeah.
um, but it makes more sense because you would be able to blend in for starters.
Okay.
You would be able, kind of like pigs, you get
Right.
covered in mud and that's how they stay cool. They
Right.
get covered in just wet, muddy nastiness, and that's how they stay cool. And if swamp ape's down there, it's obviously in a swamp. It's hairy, but it's filthy. It's wet. It stinks. So it's got to be wet and moldy and gross
Oh
because it
yeah, definitely.
stinks. So what if, even though it has the hair, what if it's just that one they had hair and then they kind of spread out and they haven't quite, I don't want to say devolved, but evolved, I guess, so to speak. What if in a couple million years or a couple thousand, whatever long it takes to evolve, all of a sudden you have hairless,
Bigfoots.
yeah, in the swamp. Skunk ape gets buzzed. They get a bikini
You
wax.
know, as soon as you said that, like banjo playing just went off in my head.
Ding 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 ding.
Exactly.
My son's father played guitar, and how he learned to play so that he could move his finger. Okay, this is gonna come out wrong. Move his fingers fast enough.
Uh,
Was he learned how to play that, like banjo
okay.
music on the guitar, and he was talented, man.
Yeah.
He was very talented. But it was super cool. But he would always play that on there, and I would always giggle because it sounded like a banjo.
Right.
Which is funny that you mentioned that. So, but redemption. All right, so we have redemption now. But so there's that. I wanted
Okay.
to say, let's see here. They displayed in the gift shop the Bible and a copy of right wing and conspiracy laden the Epoch Times newspaper. So these are a couple of things that I'm like, I would not have pictured that being in a Bigfoot museum.
Especially in Georgia.
Well, the Bible in Georgia makes sense.
Right.
That part makes it. That tracks. Um, but it's just one of those things that another one says one photo showed what looked like a double twisted tree limb, and one woman explained that the limbs were too thick for a human to have done it, so it must have been a Bigfoot. And that's my thing. Hmm. We
Okay.
as human beings can do a lot of things that most people don't understand.
Right.
That should not be possible. So how do we know, one, there wasn't a tornado that whipped it around at some point in there,
Right.
or maybe it was a person, they're just really strong.
Think of it this way. Okay. Yeah, we can do amazing things, especially when adrenaline kicks in. I've
Mhm.
heard stories of women
Lifting
lifting
cars.
cars.
Yep.
So, okay, you're out in the woods. You don't know what's behind you. It could be Bigfoot. You're going to do whatever you can to get some protection. So if you're twisting, you're like that adrenaline's kicking in. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see you doing, small trees. So
I
yeah,
don't know why you would twist a tree, but maybe there's a reason. I mean, but I'm with you.
it's
There's no reason that we couldn't do it.
exactly.
Then there's another one. She explained that neither a human nor a storm could have caused the tree to flip upside down so perfectly like that. So it must have been Bigfoot.
What the funny thing of it is there is a huge
It
theory
says
that
I lived here. So
okay.
somebody lived here. I don't know who it was.
And I've seen this in a lot of the shows that I watch about Bigfoot, that they will actually take small trees, rip them up, and then
Yeah.
turn them upside down and pop
Yeah.
them that way.
Yeah. I've heard of that. And they use
Yes.
it for like like a flag.
Marker. Yep, a marker.
Yeah. Which is
Yeah,
super cool. I like that. I like that theory. I think it's awesome. It makes sense because I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't just like scratch a symbol in like the bark like we do, but
yeah.
to each their own. I mean, if you want to turn, maybe the upside down tree means a certain thing.
It could. Just like they say, if you go into the woods and you see like trees crossed like
Yeah.
this.
Like don't go in there.
Yeah, exactly. Or
Yeah. So
the arch is another one.
yes, 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 yes. But I thought the arch was like a welcome, like it's safe to come in.
It depends on what area you're into too. In the South, especially like Florida and Georgia and Arkansas, that's the rules. It's a welcoming thing. But up in Washington, they tell you if you see that, you're not to go near it.
Now, I will throw something else out here. Now, we're going to go a little witchy here. We are covering all the bases tonight, man. I'm
Yeah, that
telling you.
works.
So I've heard of things where it's kind of like that. There's some sort of shrubbery or something that creates this arch, and
Uh-huh.
then people of pagan origin and stuff like that, they'll tie up strands of people's hair,
Yep.
dolls, different items, and they line that thing. And so essentially, that doorway is a passage into either a sacred place or like a
Mhm.
portal.
Yep.
There's magic and energy, and it's your way of knowing that you are going in and out of it. And then a
Exactly.
lot of times, those talismans around it are for protection or to keep things in that don't need to come out.
Exactly. I've heard that before too.
Yeah. So I just actually watched this on a show I was watching the other day, and I was like,
Oh
"Oh,
yeah.
there it is! I know that one." So here's some other ones too. So it says there's also shared stories of people visiting local lakes and reporting that they have seen or heard rocks splashing in the lake when nobody was around, which that just sounds like teenagers pulling a prank.
Right.
Eh, but they interpreted it as, hey, Bigfoot's saying this is my turf, go away, you're not welcome here, like shoe fly. Because what does it say, get out of here like a rock hucking?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the funny thing of it is that I know where they get that portion from because in Washington there was going back to Mount St. Helens. There was a cabin up on the side of the mountain that miners and people would use as like a halfway where they get halfway up the mountain, they sleep there, whatever. And there was several reports of rocks being thrown at this cabin. And
Yeah,
see, they like it.
that's
See,
me. Well,
like,
actually, no,
ah,
that's not me. That's not me. I'm pulling the one up front. I'm not touching the
yeah.
back one. That's a
Um,
different person. They each have a
yeah.
light.
See, they like my mind. No,
Yeah, they're like yours. This one likes you. This one likes me. This one likes you.
you're right. But there's several stories of people being in houses or cabins in the woods and being pelted with rocks.
Yeah,
So,
I've had a lady. Oh, look, there's another one.
yep. See.
Vows. Oh, it's Gertrude. Hi, Gertrude. Sorry, she's a regular. Hi,
Okay.
Gertrude. I've missed you. Wow, she's still going.
Good.
Good. But yeah, so I actually had a lady on the show. Oh my gosh, it's been a while back. And she had a cabin in either Kentucky or Tennessee. And she was constantly having things. Oh my goodness, this thing's going nuts.
Yeah.
Like chucking things at her windows and
Mhm.
the side of the house. And she said that they sounded like they were like huge like
Oh
huge
yeah.
rocks, not
Yeah.
just like little pebbles. Well, that came out funny. That was unnecessary. Thank you. But yeah, I hear about that all the time. Or okay, this thing's just apparently going to be hanging out with us.
Right. That works.
Hi.
Yeah.
All right, continue on. It says the one. So I got vows and the one.
Hey, that works.
Oh, Gertrude likes you.
Ah, see.
She's a little old lady that stays in here with me.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, she's got a crush on you. She likes those young pups. She's a cougar.
Hey.
But yeah, so I mean, have you heard aside from people chucking rocks at a house and such. Have you heard of them using rocks for anything else?
Yeah.
I'm having deja vu really bad.
Okay, good. But um, you know how we started making like right, I don't know what they're called, where you build up little rocks in certain areas. You would take a
Like,
bigger rock
where they use
and
it for markers. I mean, I know they used to like this, like
yeah,
we were here, or they would put a rock every year. They would stack a
yeah,
rock.
yep. There's a theory out there that it was started by the Native Americans over in near Washington, and they learned that trick from the Sasquatch because the Sasquatch were actually doing it as markers because they would get into an area that this tribe's never been into, and all of a sudden they're finding these small little rock formations, and
Interesting.
yeah,
I always wondered if they used it as like a barrier. Like, what if they set up these rocks, kind of like a ley line situation where you plug one here, you plug one there, and you're creating this like a Bermuda Triangle, right? You're connecting
like a
these
fairy
lines
circle.
to like increase the power within said zone
That's possible.
or protection. Okay, apparently.
Yeah. I
Gertrude's
would
really
say,
loving it.
yeah, I would say more protection than anything else to help them hide.
Yeah.
You know, not so much. And the thing of teleportation, I can't get behind.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Interdimensional
Yeah.
Bigfoot. We
See,
just stepped in a pile of it.
yeah. So
Gertrude's loving this, man.
right, I don't get behind it because okay,
Baby. I think she's talking to you.
yeah, it could be. Hi, Gertrude.
Yeah. Hey.
But my thing is okay, if there's teleportation, then you're just telling me that there's only one Bigfoot out there and he's just teleporting all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Well, they do find the stone stacked, it seems like, all over the world, so that would make sense.
Yeah, but if it's a tribal thing that's passed down from generation to generation, okay, you're going to get just like us. We've moved west. You know, you're going to get
True.
that. You know,
So what's your theory on Bigfoot being interdimensional and they travel in and out of worlds with portals?
I don't agree with it, honestly. You know, um, in the theory of them being able to teleport so they can hide. Okay, they've blended in really damn good with their background
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
So with our eyesight, yeah, it's going to look like, oh, they all of a sudden just disappeared. Well, they did because they blended in with the background really good, like a ghillie suit.
Yes.
And our eyes can't adjust that good to catch them. You know,
Yes.
so yeah, that probably would lead to the theory of teleportation, but I don't agree with it.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't think it's just I'm trying. It's going again. What are you trying to do?
Trying to get behind the theory.
I think it's trying to either get involved or
Right.
well, I'd rather you not go visit him. I don't know how he'd feel about that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying, I'm trying. I don't know what it's trying to do, but it's trying to do something. Gertrude's not a talker. She's a light person. So that's how
That's
I kind of
fine.
know it's her.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about Bigfoot being an alien pet?
No.
No?
No. Because you take every UFO sighting that there is, right? They're
Oh,
not
something's protecting us. So, okay, I think I know. Okay, we have more than one visitor, just so you know.
okay.
It
Okay,
literally
cool.
got, what are you doing here? And then something responded with protect. And I have one who knows. Oh my
Oh.
God, we're going crazy. Yep. Okay. So sorry, we have lights going off galore right now.
Yes, we do.
It's like a freaking light show up in here. One of my people I know had a friend. I did not I put them together, but did not know I was putting them together.
Uh-huh.
One was talking to me and kept saying my friend's name. And I was trying to pair them together. And I was like, okay, fine. So I went and asked my friend, do you know this person? And they about shit themselves. Not really. They didn't really shit themselves. But they were very surprised that I
Uh-huh.
knew that name and didn't understand why I knew it. And I said, well, whoever it is trying to talk to you and they're trying to come through me to get to you. And ever since he showed up, he's like my paranormal bouncer. Like literally
Okay.
things will get riled up and then
Uh-huh.
he'll step in and he'll say words so I know it's him. And then whatever it is leaves. Like he'll be like, leave, get out, go away. And then the other one just stops responding. It just
Oh,
disappears.
nice.
So he's my
Nice.
bouncer.
Okay.
His name's Ziggy. He's my
Ziggy.
bouncer.
That works.
He takes good care of me.
Good. No, but um, point out to me anytime that there's been a UFO sighting and it is in correlation with a Bigfoot sighting
Mm-hmm.
or
I've
in the
heard
same
this.
location.
I've heard this. I've heard of this being a thing where they find them in the same area around the same time.
I've never seen one though. I've looked at UFO sightings and I've looked at Bigfoot sightings. Okay, like the big one out in Phoenix. Remember the Phoenix lights?
Yep.
When was the last time you heard about Bigfoot in that area?
I don't know.
Exactly.
But I've also not looked. So this thing's going nuts. This thing hasn't hardly
It
stopped at
is.
all.
I know. It's good. That's I like
Grandmother.
it.
Do you
Well,
have a grandma that's trying to hang out with you, I guess?
it's possible. I was close with a couple of my grandmas.
I just like
Uh,
my whole body just twitched. That was really weird. I was like, I feel like I was like seizing out on you.
right. But here's another one. What did it say?
Give it back.
Give what back? I don't have anything.
I don't know if it, whatever it is, say it's not happy with us. What did
Right.
I didn't take anything. I don't No, I
Well,
didn't take anything out.
here's a funny thing. What is and I can kind of prove that Bigfoot and aliens don't go together. So this I know what theory you're talking about is where they every time you see an alien or a UFO, Bigfoot's in the area. Okay. About 3 years ago, I was up in Bay City here in Michigan on a ship investigating, and we actually seen a UFO that night, but there was no Bigfoot.
Well, it doesn't say every time. Well, whatever it is joyful. It doesn't say every time there's a UFO, there's a Bigfoot.
Right.
So there is that. But what if it's the reason that supposedly you see them in the same area is because whatever is they're attracted by the same thing. This is so funny. One says give it back, the other one says I want it, and then it says what do you want?
So they have the conversation
Look
with themselves.
closely. I don't know what they're talking. They're talking. I think they're talking to each other.
I think so. Which is
I
pretty
don't
cool.
look closely. What are we looking at?
Whatever he wants.
I guess I don't know what it wants. As long as it's not me, I'm good.
Right. There you
Creep.
go.
That'd be pervy Paul.
Okay.
I don't think he's in here. Thank God.
Now here's my
This
question
is.
to you. What
I
is that?
said, that must be pervy Paul. And he goes psychic. We're having a field day with these spooks in here
Yes, we
today.
are. Okay,
Oh,
here's my question for you though.
okay.
Bigfoot
Mm-hmm.
and Dogman. Do you think
Mm-hmm.
they're connected somehow?
No,
Okay.
that was
Why
a very
not?
quick answer. No.
Yep,
Bam.
nope.
Bam.
Why not?
For me, I feel that personally,
Uh-huh.
Bigfoot is an animal.
Okay.
It is a creature to the extent of being a creature.
Right?
What is this? What do you think? So it's a creature to me. I
Right.
feel like the accounts that I have heard about Dogman make it to me, it gives off more of like a hellhound spiritual type of vibe. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
they're not in the same, it'd be like an apple and an orange
Okay.
for me personally.
Right.
Now I did have somebody on the show again a while back. I think it was Planet 412. He had a Dogman encounter.
Hmm.
And then I had on Harley from Bigfoot. I think it was Bigfoot Research or Bigfoot Data and Research. Anyway, go back to my episode. You'll find him. It's Harley Owens. And he had a Bigfoot and a Dogman encounter.
Okay.
But the one that I had that was so just bone chilling was the one from Planet 412. And I mean, it was insane. His encounter was so insane and intense. And the detail, the way it moved and functioned, it gave me more of it is a spiritual or some kind of, this thing is yakking. um, but more of a spiritual thing. And we got
Right.
married now. So up here, what's happening? We have vows, we've got married, we've got like, and
Maybe
then
Dogman and Bigfoot are married somehow?
it says married gain.
Okay. Well, when you get married, you gain, yeah, whatever.
Sure do.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, but that's my thing is I feel like they're two different like types of things. But I
Right.
have heard that they're creatures, but to me, Bigfoot has been in drawings and all of this stuff like way,
Yep.
way, 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 like back to like freaking virtually caveman time, they're
Right.
putting all this
Yeah.
stuff on here. Dogman, I feel like there's not as many. It's more recent. Like all of a sudden they just popped up out of
No, believe
nowhere.
it or not, no. And
Well, okay, Osiris or whatever, I guess was a dog
no,
man.
no. I'm not going back that far. Um, but here in
Doom.
Michigan, they the Native Americans have actually seen Dogman.
But okay, someone's gonna get real pissed at me. I'm sure there's people out here gonna be screaming, get ready. What if their version of Dogman was just that cheap ass knockoff Chupacabra?
Now, see, I can see your point there, but Chupacabra didn't come out until like what, the 1980s?
They just didn't have a name for it.
Even in Mexico, where it's supposed to be originated.
No, it originated in like Brazil.
Okay, Brazil, but you think about it, they didn't even
I think it was Brazil or Puerto Rico,
someplace like
Brazil.
that. I know it was South America someplace.
Yeah.
Okay, but think about it. Okay, it wasn't until the 1980s that someone said, "Oh, guess what? We got a chupacabra. It's a goat sucker." Even down there.
But then
Uh-huh.
again, if you believe that it is an alien origin type creature, that would explain why it suddenly showed up out of nowhere. It looks like an alien. It's reptilian. It's got the sucker thingy and fangs. And just saying,
Oh no, I get your point. I get your
just
point.
saying.
Yeah, but you know, you can't compare chupacabra with Dogman though.
But there's two different types of chupacabra. There's the real chupacabra, and then there's that bullcrap mangy dog, which could be Dogman.
No, 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 no. Are you talking about the one that's some lady has down in Texas that she stuffed?
Oh, the stuffed one.
Yeah,
There's the one with the police footage where they caught it on the cam or their dash cam or whatever.
yeah.
Um,
Those are just
to
mangy
me, it's
dogs.
just a mangy dog. Yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you. It goes bad.
Right.
Yeah, it's bad. Um, I just there's a lot of variations. There are dog men that stand up on two legs.
Mhm.
I know they're visiting me. Thank you. There's dog man that's on all fours. There's dog man that's like literally like half a person, half a
Right.
dog, or like a dog. It flirts with hellhounds. Some flirt with like werewolf. I mean, it's just there's such a wide range that I find it hard to just peg it down. Like it's got to be more than one thing, all being labeled as one thing.
But think of it this way, okay? You take Bigfoot and Dogman, okay?
Hmm.
You apply the same rules that you just came up with from Dogman. You could actually apply those to Bigfoot too. Being a gorilla, he would sometimes go down on all fours.
But the way that they say that they walk, there's no way that a gorilla could walk like that on two legs for an extended period of time.
I know, but I'm just saying though,
And they're not that tall, are they?
gorillas?
How big's a gorilla?
Oh well, they could get up to 10 feet tall.
No shit. Really?
Yeah, the mountain gorillas. Yeah,
You, you're not pulling my chain?
no,
10 fucking feet?
yeah. If they stood up like like a man, yeah, they could get pretty tall.
Damn.
Um, let's see. Let me check something here real quick. I got a feeling that yeah.
All right, I'm going to throw another monkey dick in
uh
the works here. No pun intended.
Okay.
So we are recording a podcast. That is what we are doing here. That is why we are here.
Right.
Sorry, they keep giving me the same questions. This light has not shut off.
No, it hasn't.
And I would like to point out that, like, oh, that's my desk that I just shook. I'm wiggling. I'm wiggling. If you see the video, I'm wiggling. Nothing's
Right.
happening. So, all right, go ahead and hit me with your gorilla.
Oh,
That sounded really dirty. I'm so sorry. Oh boy, it's late or early, whichever way you look at it.
the silverbacks can get up to 8 feet tall.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean that tracks kind of,
Mm.
but I don't think they walk. Even on 2 feet, they don't walk like a Bigfoot's been.
Well, no, because they got short, stubby legs. Most of
Yeah,
most of your gorillas are body tall, not leg tall.
and they don't have feet like the cast do a Bigfoot, do they? Don't they have more like they've got like a weird
They
thing
got
off to
more
the
of the
side?
hand, like
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
you know. But okay, think of evolution though. Wouldn't that have come closer? So it's more of a toe than it is actually a hand.
Well, that would actually be less productive because you'd want that extra phalange.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's why we have thumbs,
Okay,
right?
so maybe here you go. Bigfoot is the grandfather to like a gorilla or a chimpanzee.
Okay, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
What if we are pissing so many people off today? We have
Oh
so
yeah.
many theories going around that this
Uh-huh.
is fantastic. We're hitting everybody at the moment. Somebody somewhere is getting frustrated right now. What if Bigfoot, current Bigfoot, not to say, what if old Bigfoot and new Bigfoot are not the same Bigfoot? What if there was the original Bigfoot and they found one military style and
Okay.
they jacked with its DNA and created new Bigfoot?
That's very possible. You figure back in the 50s and 60s, the military was doing all kinds of
It wasn't even the
weird ass shit.
military. In
No.
Germany, they were doing some,
Yeah.
they literally took two apes and decapitated, they
Yeah.
re-stuck the ape and it was alive.
Well, if you want to go
It
there,
lived for like a couple days.
especially in Nazi Germany,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
there was a story that they were mating human women
Yes,
with mountain gorillas
yes,
to, get that perfect soldier.
yeah. It's messed up stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got
So
Brandy and then I got Randy. It's
Randy
like
Randy. Hey,
Randy, and Low. I don't know a Randy or a Brandy.
maybe Randy's low on brandy and needs more.
If you're not watching this video, it's going on the Patreon for both the $5 and the $10 tier. Seriously. The looks on our faces tonight are fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Not to mention we have a serious light show going on, so it's definitely worth the watch. And I think there's actually a free trial too that you can like go on there for, which is another thing. I feel so bad. So I was so excited. I was gonna have a patron. I was gonna be able to shout him out, but they dropped it after the free trial, and I don't do shout outs for free trial. Sorry, not sorry. I'm just a dick like that, I guess. But yeah, like you don't just go for the trial and then you like disconnect and then expect a
Right.
shout out. That's not how this works. Sorry, I'm a dickhead. But anyway, so to me, how do you feel about Dogman being manufactured in a lab, created in a lab?
I could see that.
It says, what do you think?
That's what we're getting to.
Patience, dear one.
But here's the thing is if you go back to the Native Americans and listen to their stories of Dogman, I can't see it, but I can see it with,
Again, old Dogman, new Dogman. So I
yeah,
have a theory. It wants to apparently hear it.
right,
So I've asked people, what if they took a creature and because of the genetic mutation, so like they literally have things where it's like you insert a jellyfish type DNA and it glows like it fucking glows in the
right.
dark.
Oh
You can
yeah,
literally make an animal glow in the dark. What if they have different attributes for different things? Because you hear about this type of infrasound communication
uh-huh.
with Dogman, but not always.
Right,
You have some that it's like they basically have predator tech, right? They just can vanish and then reappear and then vanish and then reappear, but they don't use the infrared or infrasound.
Okay.
Like they have different things that they can do. And there's also reports that there's just regular, there's red eyes, there's yellow eyes, there's
Right.
orange eyes. And what if
Okay.
whatever factor, whatever genetic mutation happens to make that particular Dogman or Bigfoot, whatever, do a certain thing, it just so happens to make their eyes a different color. So all the
Right.
yellow eyed ones do infrasound, all the red ones do cloaking, or you know what I
Right.
mean? It's like just kind of like one of those things where it's bred into them
You
and it
know,
wasn't intentional, but that's what happened.
I like that theory,
Right?
but I'm going to put a damper on it.
Wait, hold on,
And
hold on. He's throwing a flag on the play.
I am. Okay, so you're talking us genetically mutating a cryptid, right?
Potentially, yes.
Okay,
It might already be an
you're,
animal. We just did stuff to it.
we fucked it up.
Yeah. Like a dire wolf got
Right.
bred with something else and it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Or
Two
we just
questions for you.
inserted genes that didn't belong.
Right. Two questions.
Okay.
One, it would have had to escape from, they would have all had to escape.
Mm-mm.
You think they let him go?
What if they're just trial and erroring? They're just like doing a testing. And we just so happen to accidentally stumble across a testing
Okay. I see
because
what
they're never in
you're saying.
populated areas.
Right. But then, okay, if you're genetically mutating something, you would want to keep really, really good track of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not only with, like say tracking devices, but you would want eyes on
Mm-hmm.
subject. You never hear, in certain areas you do, but in other areas, you don't hear of any military personnel.
They are
Or
trained to
even,
be discreet. I knew where you're going with this.
okay.
If I feel from people that I know, just from people that I know,
Uh-huh.
if there is a military unit that is supposed to get in and out without being detected, they will do it. What if it's something too? It has nothing to do with the military personnel. It
Okay.
is think oh, what was that? Rampage, that movie Rampage, where
Yeah.
they had the giant wolf thing
Yep.
and the big gator and whatever. But they set that signal off and they came to it. So they cut
Okay.
them loose to let them do their thing. They flip the switch and they bolt back home.
I can see that. I can see where you're going with this.
Or what if it's just like a dog? You
But
train a dog, like
think
my
of it
dog
this
will
way
run away
too,
and then he comes
okay?
home.
That signal also drove him insane in the movie.
Well, only because they were
Which,
fighting each other.
no, but they were fighting everything else.
Yeah, because they had to get back to the signal.
Yeah, to destroy that signal because it was actually painful for him.
Well, you don't know how far away that signal's going.
Right. But think of it this way. Why would you as a military not watch that movie and go, that was a bad idea because now they're going to be coming back pissed off. And can we
But
actually,
they might not be. Just because the movie does it doesn't mean that
I
they all
know,
could get pissed off.
you gotta,
What if it's like that doggy whistle? You know, you hit the doggy whistle and only the dog can hear it. They don't go
right.
crazy. They just come to you.
True, I get that. But you're also gonna get those dogs that, as soon as they hear that whistle, they're gonna be like, I'm done with this. I'm taking control of that whistle.
Okay, they
Yeah,
might,
yeah.
and maybe those ones mysteriously disappear.
Those are the ones that do the teleportation.
Those are the ones that Men in Black go see.
Right.
It says I don't know.
Oh,
Nobody knows.
no. That's the fun thing
Um,
about this is we can come up with so many
exactly. There's
theories.
so many things, but I feel honest. It says mistaken. Uh, please stop. It's going up. They really do not like a rabbit hole that we went on.
No, we did. Yeah.
Um, but to me, in my opinion, too, there are things that the military has that we are not aware of.
Oh,
There are
guaranteed.
operations that happen that no one is aware of
Oh yeah.
except the people doing it. So and some of them include like dogs. like
Yep.
actual dogs.
Well, I mean, you think
So
about
who's
the
to say they
Russians
don't
used,
ramp it up?
right? I mean, come on, Russians used monkeys and dogs to shoot them in outer space.
I just did an episode not that long ago where I talked about the conspiracy theories behind using animals as secret agents, like sharks attacking people, like certain types of people on certain
Right.
beaches,
Yeah.
and like divers.
Yep.
They use dolphins to sniff out bombs, like those old mine bombs or whatever
Oh,
that like
yeah.
sink to the bottom.
Mhm.
And you know how they think that they might be able to set something on it and like bump up against somebody, like a sticky side, to
Uh-huh.
stick like a tracker
Oh,
or a
yeah.
bomb to a person. And then pigeons, rats, lizards, like they use all kinds of stuff to like go in and out of things, and because they're discreet.
Yeah. I can see that.
Maybe from a distance, the dogman isn't as scary because you're just gonna be like, well, that was weird. I just saw this weird shadowy thing run by
Right.
and not think anything of it.
True. And then all of a sudden now we've instilled this thing into people. They're gonna be like, if that was Dogman, who's he after? What complex is he going to? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
That's
There's
okay.
like a whole vibe on this side of the room. And so we have a rule. There's a wall here and they call it the gate. Like I put up a wall
Uh-huh.
and they dubbed it the gate. So they know that if you're negative, you have to stay outside the gate. You're not allowed in the studio. If
Right.
you're neutral or positive, you're allowed in the studio to interact. But if you're bad outside, and this one literally said, gate, leave now. So apparently something's out in the gate, which makes sense. The weather's like a weird vibe over here.
Oh,
It's been
okay.
very unsettling for a hot minute. I've just been waiting for it to go away. It's not going away.
Right.
But any hoozles. Um, but yeah, that was like a total rabbit hole there, wasn't it? We just like
Oh,
went
yeah.
way down. We were talking about Bigfoot, weren't
Yeah.
we? Welcome to the hodgepodge. This is what happens behind the scenes, y'all.
Oh, yeah. This is the fun part.
Yeah, but I just wanted to kind of put out this little thing here for this museum, where it's at, kind of what you can find. It's a really cool little place. I want to go visit it. It sounds like there's a lot there. And this article came out last year. I think it was August. I'm so sorry, I'm really young. Yeah, August of last year. So it's still obviously there. It's not one of those things that's like old and it's like done.
Yeah.
Like, but this is like really a happening place, and it's really cool. And then I wanted to just touch base on this one thing real fast. I mean, it's just a little chart. It's got top 10 Bigfoot hotspots where you most likely to encounter Sasquatch in North America. And let's see here. So this has all kinds of stuff in it. So the top 10 is number one is Washington.
Uh-huh.
Right. We just talked about Washington. It says that there's sightings per, there's 9.06 sightings per 100,000 people. The total sightings is 730, and it's got a 52.74% forestry coverage in there. And the average temperature is only 48.5 degrees. So there's a lot there. Two is West Virginia. There's 5.99 sightings per 100,000 people, 106 total, and it's got 79% coverage. So, I mean, it's
Hey.
a lot more area, a lot more
Yeah.
coverage, but less sightings. Then you have Oregon, 6.8 people percentage, 261 total sightings in Oregon. So that's pretty crazy. It's 48% on coverage there. Then you have
Right.
British Columbia. There's 2.37 for every 100,000, a total of 135, and it's 60% covered. Holy,
Wow.
holy moly.
Yeah.
Um, so five is Michigan, which is close. I don't even know where are you at again?
I'm in Michigan.
That's okay. I was thinking you were. I was like,
Yeah.
Michigan. I was like, wait, that's you. So this has 2.22 sightings for every 100,000 people, a total of 226. And you guys are at 55.62% forestry coverage.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of
So
forests.
that's pretty good, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And then you have number six is Maine. You have 1.7 sightings, 24 total, and it's almost 90% coverage. So I'm a little surprised
Wow.
there. But the
Yep.
average temperature is 43, and most of these other places are around 50.
Uh-huh.
So maybe it's just a little chilly in Maine. Pennsylvania, we have 0.99, 130 total, 58% coverage, and they're at 50.5 degrees. So that one's kind of interesting to me. I feel like going east, you're having less. The
Right.
more Western type you're going, you're going to have more. Then you go all the way over to Idaho, has 105 total, and it's only 40.5%, but it's again down in the 45 degrees
Right.
on average. So that kind of works out. Then we have Ohio. So everywhere around me except me so far. And it has 331 total sightings in Ohio.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bananas. Then you have Massachusetts, it only has 38 total, but it's 60.5% coverage.
Dang. That's
And it's,
surprising.
yeah, it's upward average of 50 degrees. So that's kind of where it's looking at. It seems like when you start getting lower, like the 40s,
Uh-huh.
which would make sense. Why would, like you said, why would something so hairy want to be somewhere where it's hot?
Right.
So I just found that kind of interesting. And then there's some top provinces in Canada. If you're going to be going up north, you have British Columbia, Ontario, Yukon, Manitoba, Alberta, and Quebec. Quebec. So those are your ones in Canada, eh? I know so many people probably just like rolled their eyes at me so hard. But yeah, let's see here. There's a whole list here, and my state, am I even on the list? This goes all the way to 25, and we don't even hit the list.
Wow.
How does New Hampshire have more than we do? That is bullshit.
Well, they're right there by Canada, so
I mean, there's a couple forests in our state. Hold on, hold on. We got to be on the list somewhere because it's all 50 states. Oh, we're number 45 out of 50. That is too funny. We're only 21.06% coverage though.
Oh, wow.
And our average temperature is 54 degrees.
Right.
So, one, there's not a lot of cover. Two, we're looking at way high on the temperature. And it looks like 0.2% or 0.2 sightings per 100,000. That is such horrible stats. I'm so depressed right now.
Oh,
So I guess travel around. Oh, this is Lon Strickler wrote this article.
okay.
So I see his stuff a lot. I like using his. I feel like he's very thorough. So, but yeah, so I wanted to kind of go over that. I'm listening. I know I'm listening. It goes, you're listening. I'm
Right.
aware. Well, I've got my headphones on. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's what I have. And this is like even longer than I thought it was going to be. So I'm super excited. Do you have anything that you want to add or go on or anything like that? Like what we talked about so far?
No, I think we covered quite a bit, honestly.
Oh, I'm Natty. This is Rusty. They're asking what our names are again. Okay. We
Yep,
good?
I think we are.
It's like, I just want to know who you are. Who's in my zone?
Right.
It's like, what's your name? But they won't tell us their name, but
Oh, that's not good.
they want to know ours.
A little sad Gertrude left because no lights lately.
Yeah, I know. I guess Gertrude's out of here.
She's like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, she's a little old lady. She probably is in bed. Get off my lawn.
Right,
Um, but yeah, well, there was something that was outside the doorway, and once that thing was out there, it's kind of got a little quieter in here.
right.
So, but that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Again, everybody, thank you for Rusty. Yes, it says, am I dead? Yes. Yes, you are. I'm sorry, but you are.
Right.
Um, but thank you, Rusty, for being on. I'm super excited. Again, this video is going to be unedited, all that stuff. This episode's going to be unedited. I'm sorry ahead of time. Um, or I guess I'm sorry behind time. I guess right now is ahead of time, but you know what I'm saying. But it was awesome. We covered a lot of topics. I got to have a listener on. I'm super excited about that. This is like way too long. We've been talking way too long for this not to have happened sooner. Um, but again, everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. Share it with everybody that you know if they're into this kind of stuff. Keep in mind, Bigfoot might wander over because I would believe that he might be, in some cases, again, UFO. Whether or not I believe it, that's different. But he might show up. Might show up in conspiracy theories because he always is a big conspiracy, in my opinion, because nobody ever really knows. Um, but again, we're going to be changing Cloaked and Cosmic, and Creep It Weird is out officially now. We have one episode. We're scheduled ahead for the next, I think, 3 or 4 episodes. So that's going to be me and Miss Liz. And then do yours. Do a little shout out. Give a little free advertising here. Point people your direction.
I'm the founder of Central Michigan Paranormal Investigations. Like I said, we've been investigating since '88. We are the longest running paranormal group in the state of Michigan, believe it or not.
What?
Yeah.
You
See,
can't hear
so
my clap. It sounds more like a fap, but
that's
it's a
okay.
clap. I'm clapping over my microphone. Here, we'll do the snaps. We'll do the
There we go.
snaps.
And you can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and that's about it.
Do you do consecutive lives, like a specific time that you do lives, or is it just whenever you guys go out and
Just
investigate?
whenever we go out and do investigations.
All right. So definitely go and friend or whatever you got to do. Follow. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Follow. Because it'll show up right on TikTok, like mine little
Oh yeah.
bubble. So there's like, this person's live. So make
Yep.
sure you go over there and follow them so you can keep track of that because they do some cool stuff over there. I think I've actually stalked you a couple times and didn't know I was stalking you. I
That's
was
fine.
stalking you, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, that name's familiar. So do me a favor and send me the links to all your stuff so I can put them in the show notes.
Yep, I
So
sure will.
everybody, see the show notes. I'm going to put the links for the articles in there. All his stuff's going to be on there, so you can just find it in one easy spot. But we'll go ahead and wrap this up. And until next time, everybody, we'll see you. Thank you for listening to this episode of Cryptids, Creeps, and Conspiracy. If you wouldn't mind, please take a moment and give the show a 5-star review wherever you're listening. I know it might not seem like much, but it greatly helps the show and allows people to find us more easily. Also, head on over to www.patreon.com/cryptids, creeps, and conspiracy and subscribe to any of the tiers. Members of the Big Show tier get bonus materials, personalized shoutouts on the pod, ad-free episodes, access to the private Discord server, quarterly appreciation gifts, and a chance to be on the show. Not to mention video versions of the episode. Before you go, don't forget to click the link in the description and grab yourself or someone you know some self-designed merch by me, or make a donation to help keep the show going and fund future events and investigations. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Threads, and TikTok. If you have any questions, topic recommendations, or personal encounters, please send them to cryptidscreepsandconspiracy@gmail.com or submit them through the contact form at www.cryptidscreepsandconspiracy.com. I would love to hear from you and share your experiences on a listener episode. Just make sure that you specify that I have permission to add your encounter to the show and let me know whether or not you would like your real name read or an alias to maintain confidentiality. Thank you guys all again so much for your support. Until next time, my friends. See ya.